disconnect ourselves from everything around us and practice looking at ourselves. Ask yourself a simple question: who am I? I, the creator of every thought, feeling, word, and behavior. I, the eternal being. I am the energy. I, the soul. Let me look at myself. Take your attention towards the center of the forehead and visualize a very subtle, shining point of light. Look at yourself, that point of light in the center of the forehead. The energy, the master, resides here and takes charge of this body. I, the being, in the center of the forehead, radiate God's purity to every cell of my body. My body is healed with God's energy. I, the being, am an embodiment of peace. Peace, the original nature of the soul. I am full of peace. I, the being, radiate God's love to everyone around me. Gently remind yourself, I am a peaceful soul. I, the divine being, full of God's love, purity, and peace. Vibrations of peace radiate from me out into this universe.
Om Shanti. Today is 22 February 2022. Sakar Murli. Today is little bit background noise, so I request you to use the earphone for better clarification. Essence, sweet children, you are the true Vyas who relate the true Gita and give happiness to everyone. You have to study well and also teach others and give them happiness. Sweet children, you are the true Vyas. In Path of Devotion, it is said, Vyas have written a religious book Gita. But who was the Vyas? Shri Baba says one brother uh, whose name was Brother Jagdish, he has uh, got this knowledge before some years and left his body in left his body in 2001. So Baba has given him title as Vyas because he was the writer of our Brahma Kumaris. He had written lot of literature books, magazines of Brahma Kumaris. So Baba had given him title of Vyas, means the soul of Brother Jagdish. In copper age, he becomes Vyas and he started to write Gita, but he mixtured lot of wrong things in Gita. So Baba many times says that you, the Brahma Kumars and Brahma Kumaris in copper age, on path of devotion, we have started writing wrong things in scriptures, religious books, etc. So we have make the world to follow wrong belief systems in devotion. So now Baba says us that this is your duty to take back every human being on the right path of knowledge. So you are the true Vyas who relate the true Gita and give happiness to everyone. You have to study well. What we have to study well? This Murli, this God's version. We have to study well and also teach others and give them happiness, because with this knowledge we have got lot of peace and happiness. So it is our duty as a children of God to spread this peace and happiness in the world. Today's question is, what is the highest destination for which you are making effort to reach? What is the highest destination for which you are making effort to reach? What is? So Baba is saying answer, to consider yourself to be bodiless. To consider yourself to be bodiless and conquer, conqueror, whatever, conquer body consciousness is the highest destination, because body consciousness is the greatest enemy of every human being. So, just a second. It is the greatest enemy of every human being. You have to make such effort. So, which effort? You have to make such effort that you don't remember anyone except the Father. This effort we have to do, that you do not remember anyone except the Father. You have to shade your body. You have to shade your body and go to the Father in supreme abode. You shouldn't even remember your body. This is the effort you have to make. Today's song is, take us away from this world of sin to a world of rest and comfort. So which is the rest and comfort word? It is supreme abode. Baba is saying us, Om Shanti. You living beings, you children, understand in your hearts where Baba is now taking you. He will definitely take us back from where we came. Then he will send us into the world of pure charitable souls, where he will send in heaven. into the world of pure charitable souls, to the land of living beings. There are two words. There are the words elevated and degraded, and so this would definitely apply to living beings. Only when are you in a body can experience happiness and sorrow. You children understand that Baba has now come. Baba's name is always Shiva, and our name is Saligram. So, what is Saligram? In a path of devotion, people make uh, what we say. Just let me show you by Google. So, in path of devotion, people make see, people make like this. See this picture. On the path of devotion, people make this type of we can say for worship Shiv Baba, they make like this. And nearby this, they make little stones which is called saligram. So this is called shivling in Hindi. It is called shivling. It's English, I don't know, but its name is shivling. And nearby this shivling, people make little stones which is called saligram. So shivling is symbol of Shiv God Paramatma, Shiv God Supreme Soul, and little stones nearby shivling called saligram, which is symbol of souls. So even the saligrams are worshipped in Shiva temples. Baba has explained that one sacrificial fire is of the knowledge of Rudra, and the other is the sacrificial fire of Rudra. So just a second, let me search if I can show you picture of saligram. See this type of little stone in path of devotion people make nearby shivling. So it is called saligram. Now Baba is saying that on the path of devotion, people make sacrificial fire of Rudra in path of devotion. But now on confluence age, Baba has come and started sacrificial fire of knowledge of Rudra. So knowledge of Rudra is on the path of spirituality, on the confluence age, and in the other side there is a sacrificial fire of Rudra. So it is in path of devotion. People especially invite Brahmin priests from Binets to conduct the ceremony of a sacrificial fire of Rudra on the path of devotion. Right? Brahmin priests who taken a birth with womb called Brahmin priests, and we taken a birth from mouth of Brahma. So we are different Brahmins, and they are Brahmins born by womb. So they are different and we are different. In Benares, there are many temples to Shiva. They call it Shiv Kashi. but it was originally called Kashi. And then the English people called it, it's not Benares, but Banaras. English people called it Banaras. The name Varanasi has only recently been given. On the path of devotion, they do not have knowledge of souls or the Supreme Soul. They worship them separately. They create a large lingam. See, lingam means which picture I have shown you, Shivaling. So they create a large lingam and many small saligrams. You know that we souls are called saligrams and that our Baba is called Shiv. So to worship Shiv Baba, they make lingam, Shiv lingam. They make all the saligrams one size because souls are same size. And so there definitely is a relationship between the father and the children. Souls remember, O Supreme Soul, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. We are not the Supreme Soul, but he is our Baba, Shiv Baba. You have been given directions to explain these things to others. Day by day, you receive directions. You must first of all give others the Father's introduction, God's introduction, and enable them to claim their inheritance. First of all, you have to explain and prove that he is the incorporeal Father. That Prajapita Brahma means people of father of people, is the corporeal father. And that you receive the inheritance from the incorporeal father. The father now explains, Shiv is my only name. I do not have any other name. All other souls have many names for their bodies. I do not have a body. I am the Supreme Soul. Baba asks, children, who is your greatest enemy? Those who are clever and sensible would say that body consciousness is the greatest enemy through which feelings of lust arise. There is a lot of difficulty in conquering body consciousness. There is an effort in becoming soul conscious. For birth after birth, you have been interacting on the basis of your bodies. Now you know that souls are imperishable and bodies function on the basis of this. Those who are religious minded teach us that we are souls and not bodies. The name soul is always one, but the names of the bodies change. A soul shades a body and takes another. The Father tells us, you have to go to the world of pure, charitable souls in heaven. This is the world of sinful souls. It is Ravan, mean vices, who makes you corrupt. There cannot be any human being with 10 heads. So naturally, path of devotion, people make a Ravan with 10 heads, but actually no one would have 10 heads. So that the 10 heads are symbolic. 5 vices of women and 5 vices of men, called Ravan, demon, vices, and they give 10 heads. However, no one understands this aspect. Everyone takes part in the play of the divine activity of Rama. So, divine means in path of devotion, people make drama of divine activities of Rama and play a part. Not all of them even have the same opinion. Some consider all of these things to be imagination. However, they do not know that corruption is referred to as Ravan, to abduct someone else's wife is corruption. At present, all are corrupt because they indulge in vice. Those who do not indulge in vice are called viceless. That is the kingdom of Rama, means heaven, whereas this is the kingdom of Ravan. The kingdom of Rama used to exist in Bharat, India. Bharat is the most ancient of all. The first flag hoisted in the world is that of the Sun dynasty deity religion. At that time, even those of the Moon dynasty do not exist. This is now the Sun dynasty flag of you children. You now know your destination, but then you forget it. Students in a school can never forget their aim and objective. Students never forget their teacher or their studies, but you forget both of them here. So now, as a student, we also forget Shiv Baba. As a student, we forget these versions of God, Murli. So whenever you listen this Murli, what you have to do? Always write any one point, either in your mind, either in your mobile, either in diary. So you have to write daily one point, and during a day, you have to churn that point to make your soul more wise. WISC. But you forget both of them here. This is such an elevated study. You claim your fortune of the kingdom for 21 births. Therefore, you should study daily very well in such a school. If you fail this cycle, you would fail every cycle. Means after every 5,000 years, you will fail. And then you would never pass. Therefore, you should make so much effort. Because whatever effort we will do now, it will be repeat after 5,000 years. You have to follow Shrimat. Shrimat means the great direction of Shiv Baba. Shrimat says imbibe very well and also inspire others to do so. If you do not follow God's directions, you will not claim an elevated status in heaven. If we want to be a king or queen, we have to follow directions of God. But if we want to be a subject only, then whatever we do, we will definitely will be subjects. So ask your heart. We have to ask question to our heart. Am I following Shrimat? You must not consider yourself to be too clever. Ask yourself. Now we have to ask question to ourselves. Do I follow Shrimat in the same way as Brahma, Baba, the father of people, and Saraswati? Am I studying and teaching others? You are the Vyas who relate the true Gita, not the Vyas who wrote the Gita and the path of devotion. We are true Vyas now. At present, you are Vyas, children of Sukhdev. Sukhdev means God of happiness, who gives lot of happiness, and you give happiness to others. So now, for 1 minute, we will remember Baba, and we will spread happiness to the world. Okay? Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So Baba was saying us, you have to give happiness to others. Sukhdev Shiv Baba is the God of the Gita. You are his children, Vyas, the ones who relate the true story. True story, a story, but it is truth also as well. This is a school, and you can tell each child's number from the way each one studies. That is revealed, whereas this is a incognito. Here you can use your intellect to know how worthy you are. We are a lot of worthy because we have got the knowledge from direct God. Baba receives evidence from the way you teach others. Children write, Baba, so and so shoot me with such an arrow that I became yours. So shoot means to give this knowledge. So arrow of knowledge. So and so shoot me with such an arrow that I became yours. Some cannot say this even when they come in front of Baba. Some daughters experience being beaten because of purity, because sometimes their husband beat them for lust, to get lust. Sometimes their father beat them to make their marriage. So some daughters experience being beaten because of purity. Some become Baba's children and then leave Baba because they do not study well. Otherwise, the father teaches so clearly. Children, simply remember me and study. You will become rulers of the globe through this knowledge. You can write on a board outside of our home as well. You can receive liberation in life in a second, like King Janak for 21 births. You can become the masters of the world of heaven in a second. Only the deities would be the master of the world, masters of the world. The two would be the new world. New Bharat, India. Bharat that was new has now become old. No land other than Bharat can be called new in heaven. If you call something new, you also have to say it is old. We go to the land of Bharat, India, which is completely new, heaven. Only Bharat becomes 16 celestial degrees full. No other land becomes as full as the full moon. They begin after half the cycle. These are such deep secrets. Only our Bharat is called the land of truth. After the truth, there is then falsehood. At first, Bharat was like the full moon, and then darkness came. The first flag is that of heaven. People sing that there used to be paradise. We can explain all of this very clearly because we have experienced it all. How we ruled in the golden and silver ages and what then happened in the copper age and iron ages. When all of this enters your intellects, you will experience so much happiness that we were in golden and silver ages. We ruled in the golden and silver ages. If this will enters in your intellects, you will experience so much happiness. The golden age is called light and the iron age is called darkness. So ignorance is called darkness. This is why it is said that when the Satguru, means mentor, supreme mentor, Shiv Baba gives the ointment of knowledge, the darkness of ignorance is dispelled. Look how Baba came and awakened fallen ones and the innocent mothers. Hardly any wealthy people are able to become alert. Why? Because they think that they are in heaven already. So they do not become alert so fast. At present, Baba truly is the Lord of the poor. because poor become alert so easily, so fastly. It is only the poor, not the wealthy, who are able to become the masters of heaven. Because poor also have big heart to give donations as well. So who are able to become the masters of heaven. There is an incognito reason for this. Here you have to sacrifice yourselves. The poor do not take long to sacrifice themselves. And this is why there is the example of Sudama. Sudama has nothing to have. Sudama have nothing to eat in food. So even at his home, there was a what we say, there was an idol, or we can say, idol of Shri Krishna. So he offered the idol of Shri Krishna, we can say, 2 pieces of rice. Even he had not much to eat, still he offered 2 pieces of rice. So it is an example that poor offer Shiv Baba even little bit they have. That this is why there is the example of Sudama in path of devotion. You have now become enlightened, but you are also number wise. The light of everyone else has been extinguished. Such imperishable parts are recorded in such teeny souls. It is a wonder. This is not the power of science. You now receive power from Baba. This truly is the imperishable cycle that continues to turn. It has no beginning or end. Anyone new who hears this would end up in a spin. This would end up in a spin. Here to some who have been coming for 10 to 20 years are not able to understand or explain to others. At the end, you will know everything about how so and so will take birth to so and what will happen, etc. So at the end, we will know everything, who will become king, who will become queen, who will become subjects, everything. Those who are Mahavirs, brave warriors, means whatever situations comes, but their mind and intellect will not wander here and there. So those who are Mahavirs, brave warriors, will later on have visions of everything. At the end, you will see the trees of the golden age to be very close. There is the rosary of Mahavirs. First, there is the rosary of 8 Mahavirs, and then that of 108, then 16,108. At the end, you will have many first-class visions. It is remembered that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, enabled the arrow to be shot. They have made, in path of devotion, they have made up many stories in the play. In fact, it is not a question of physical arrow. In path of devotion, in story of Mahabharat, they have shown a virgin Shikhandi made up, thrown arrows to shoot, we can say, to shoot one celibate person. But it is all our stories. So, in fact, it is not a question of physical arrow. So, in path of this knowledge, we do not shoot anyone with with physical arrows, but we shoot others. Shoot means To give this knowledge is called to shoot by arrow of knowledge. So in Path of Devotion, they show that Shikhandi is a name, a virgin girl shoot arrows, shoot shoot with celibate person with arrows. So Baba is asking, what would mothers and Kumaris know about a bow and arrow? It is in fact that the arrow of knowledge, and it is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who gives them the knowledge how to put arrows to shoot another. So this shoot is not a violence, but it is a spirituality to give this knowledge. So Bhishma Pitama, called highest celibate, and in this Iron Age, there are a lot of celibate persons. So they will be shoot with Brahma Kumaris by arrow of knowledge. These are such wonderful things. However, children, you repeatedly forget the one main thing. The most severe mistake you make is that you become body conscious and do not have the faith that you are souls. No one tells the truth throughout the day. Hardly anyone can stay in true remembrance for half an hour or an hour. Because many people do meditation 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. The Babas say hardly anyone can stay in true remembrance for half an hour or an hour. So mostly people sit in meditation, but hardly they can remember Shiv Baba for a 1 minute, 2 minute or 10-15 minutes from hour. Some cannot even understand what yoga is, what connection is with God. The destination is very high. You have to consider yourselves to be bodiless. Make as much effort as possible so that at the end, you do not remember anyone. Some very good knowledgeable souls who have knowledge of the Brahma element, the element of light, think while sitting on their seats that they will merge into the element. They have no awareness of their bodies. At the time they shed their bodies, there is a dead silence all around. People then understand that a great soul has left his body. When you children stay in remembrance, you will spread so much peace. Even we are living, still we can spread so much peace while remembering God. Only those who belong to your clan will experience this. If we are sitting in meditation, we spread so much peace. But who will experience this? Who are belong to our clan, either Brahmin clan or deity clan, who are in future coming to Brahmin clan. All the rest are going to die like a swarm of mosquitoes. At that time, you will have developed the practice of being bodiless. You practice this here at this time. There is the golden age. Souls shed their bodies and take others. Here you know you have to shed your bodies and go to Baba in Supreme Abode. However, you must not remember anyone at the end. Baba is asking, if you do not even remember your body, what else remains? It is this that takes effort. Continue to make effort and you will pass at the end. You can recognize those who make effort, they continue to reveal themselves. The mothers in the bondage write such letters to Shiv Baba, which those who are free would never write. They never even have the time to write letter to Shiv Baba, to beloved Godfather. Those in bondage understand that Shiv Baba has taken the loan of these hands, Brahma Baba, and they will receive a letter from Shiv Baba through Brahma. Only after 5,000 years will they receive such a letter from Baba. So they think, why should I not write a letter to Baba daily? They write it with their kajal stick. So kajal stick is eye makeup. In eye, people make something. So they write it with their kajal stick. They have such thoughts and write, Baba, I am the same Gopika. Gopika means devotee, your devotee. Or I'm your bride. So Baba, I am the same Gopika as in the previous cycle. I will definitely come to meet you and claim my inheritance. So I will definitely come to meet you means in Madhuban. If she has the power of yoga connection with Shiv Baba, she will free herself from bondage. In that case, she must not have attachment to anyone. You must explain with cleverness and save yourself. She tries very hard to fulfill her responsibilities to both sides. Both sides in means in with his physical relatives and with Shiv Baba as well. So supernatural side as well. Mothers feel they should take their husband with them as though it is their duty to explain to them purity is very good. Baba himself says lust is the greatest enemy. You must conquer it. Conquer it. Remember, and I will make you into the masters of heaven. There are many such daughters who bring their husbands with them. Those in bondage also have parts. There is assault on weak and innocent ones. It is also mentioned in the scriptures that there are those who are lustful and angry. It is not a new thing. You receive the inheritance for 21 births, so you do have to tolerate a little to become pure, to become celibate. Acha, well, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baptada, the spiritual father, says namaste to the spiritual children. We spiritual children saying love, remembrance, and good morning to the mother, the father, the Baptada. We saying namaste to spiritual father. Essence for dharana. First, cut away all your bondages with the power of yoga connection with God and become free. You must not have any attachment to anyone. Second, follow fully all the directions you receive from God. Study well and also teach others. Do not consider yourself to be too clever. Blessing. May you be an embodiment of awareness and power and make your life an easy yogi. Yogi means to who connected with God. So make your life an easy yogi and with the Father's sustenance of love. So if we are aware with our powers and if we remember Baba with love, so we will get sustenance of love from Father. And with love, we do not have to remember Shiv Baba, but we will lose in his remembrance, which called easy yogi, who is connected with Baba constantly. So without love, we can't be lost in his love, in his remembrance. So its explanation is souls of the whole world call God Father, but they do not become worthy of this sustenance of or this study. Only at this time on confluence edge out of the whole cycle. Do you few souls become worthy of this fortune? The practical form of this sustenance is an easy yogi life, easily connected with God. So easy yogi life. The father cannot bear to see anything difficult for the children. It is the children themselves who make it difficult by thinking about it. So we make everything difficult by thinking too much. Let the sanskar, traits, or what we say, impressions. Let the sanskar of being an embodiment of remembrance emerge, and you will receive power from God. Slogan: in order to experience the carefree stage, constantly have thoughts of the soul and of God. In order to experience the carefree stage constantly, have thoughts of the soul and of God. Okay? Om Shanti. You are on mute. If you have any question or you want to share something from this God's version, any one single point or any doubt you can ask. Okay, we will remember Baba. Om Shanti.
Angels don't walk, they always fly. Travel first class beyond the sky. Angels don't walk, no they don't walk, they prefer to fly. What's with the burden you carry round? He's come to take the worry from your mind. How will you lift off and fly on home if you're all way down? Angels don't walk, they always fly. Travel first class beyond the sky. Angels don't walk, no they don't walk, they prefer to fly. If something were to happen all of a sudden, would you be ever ready in your mind? Time is ticking over, come on fly to the other side. Angels don't walk, they always fly. Travel first class beyond the sky. Angels don't walk, no they don't walk, they prefer to fly. Travel first class, far above, in the aeroplane of God's love. Why feel compelled to hold on? Just let it go and learn to fly. Oh yeah. Angels don't walk, they always fly. Travel first class beyond the sky. Angels don't walk, no they don't walk, they prefer to fly. Angels don't walk, they always fly. Travel first class beyond the sky. Angels don't walk, no they don't walk, they prefer to fly. Ooh, prefer to fly. Prefer to fly. Oh yeah, prefer to fly.